Hey guys, LuckyHD here, and this is 30 new and old facts that you may not have known about Jolly Village. Let's begin. Starting off, Hollybunch is a very dark and twisted Loomian. Reading its next entry, it says, Hollybunch's adorable looks are just a facade to hide its true nature. Get comfortable around one, and it may try to constrict the life out of you with its rings of foliage. Likewise, this Loomian's pre-evolution, Mistlebud, is also a parasite. Reading, Mistlebud can be found attaching themselves commonly to trees and other plants that they feed on for energy. Their parasitic nature makes them a nuisance to gardeners, which is actually a true fact because in real life, mistletoe are a parasitic plant to trees. The new Christmas ornament Scorb actually has the same base stats as a guard drone inside of the game. The reason for this is that these Scorbs cannot evolve, so to compensate for this, the developers made them the exact same stats as their final evolution. Christmas Ornament Scorb is also the first Loomian to have something like this and not be a variant Loomian, similar to things like Halloween Kabunga and others. There are also currently 7 different types of Scorbs you can find inside of the game, with one of them being a rare glass Scorb coming at a 1 in 370 chance. However, there are a total of, technically, 14 different Scorbs you can find inside of the game, including their gleaming counterparts. Finishing off these Scorb facts, there was actually an elusive Gamma Scorb you could find for the first couple hours of the event when it came out. However, these Scorbs would only have a wisp around them and would not have any new textures. All of the Gamma Scorbs found were reverted into Alpha Scorbs and they kept their wisp, making this Loomian one of the rarest in the game. Did you also know that the tree quest inside of Jolly Village is actually a direct parallel to Pokemon Brick Bronze? Instead of bringing an elf the Festifer inside of Pokemon Brick Bronze, you had to bring them a Comfey. Instead of bringing them a Scorb, you had to bring them a Minior. And then instead of bringing them the big star on the top, you had to find Stardust so the elf could craft it into a star. And finally, instead of the prize being Celesting, the prize was a Mega Sceptile Light C to evolve the Mega Christmas Sceptile inside of the game. Also, once you are done with the tree quest, you can head over here to the Jolly Village Great Gift Exchange, and instead of the star being the top prize, it'll now be a permanent boost token that you can get every single day. Once you claim your daily boost token, it'll instead turn into 15 free cookies. And speaking of top prizes, if you head right over here to the orange house inside of Jolly Village and talk to this woman right here, you can read, Jolly Village is awfully lively this time of year. Last year, loads of people completed to earn a special key. I think this year's prize is a mallet of some kind, which again is actually a reference to last year's event, but it's not really a reference because this isn't supposed to be inside of the game. This is dialogue from last year. And this key right here is actually for the gate for Wobbles, and the mallet is actually for Icicle, the roaming from last year. Jolly Village is also hiding a very interesting secret that nobody can seem to figure out. If you head right over here to the Jolly Village tree and look under the map, you can see that there is a diamond right here with some sort of weird swirly pattern going around it. Now, what this could be, nobody has any clue. It wasn't in last year's event, so what could this be? Now here's a pretty cool Icicle fact. At the start of the event of Jolly Village 2022, for around 5 to 10 minutes, you could actually find every single color Icicle from the years prior. And yes, this includes all of the Icicles from 2019, 2020, 2021, and of course 2022. Now this was quickly fixed, however, somebody found a one-of-a-kind secret ability brown Icicle, which, as we all know, brown Icicles couldn't be secret ability last year. Icicles could only be secret ability this year, making this Loomian a one-of-a-kind. For those that celebrate Hanukkah, there's actually a special Easter egg inside of Jolly Village. If you head right over here behind the orange house, you can see a red and black dreidel on the ground. This is actually a reference and something that the YouTuber Armenti requests to be put inside of the game, as he is also Jewish himself. Hence, again, the red and black coloring. Have you ever wondered why the Oculus Cave over here has been collapsed in? Well, look no further, because there is actually an NPC right here that when you click on him says, this path leads to a cave within which early inhabitants of this village once mined. Unfortunately, this cave has since been collapsed. It can no longer be accessed. Don't worry, nobody was injured. Before the cave collapsed, I swore I heard some noises coming from inside, which is a reference to the Loomian Wobbles, who commonly screams inside of these caves. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen the most cookies collected leaderboard, which actually shows the people who have the most amount of Jolly Village cookies, with currently Kiki Kieran at number 1 with 18,000 cookies. However, if you swing around back, you can actually see a secret leaderboard that says most coal collected, coming at 562 for original ETS plays. Also inside of the Jolly Village Crate gift exchange, there's a lot of secret Easter eggs. First off, if you press right click, you can actually look around the map. And by doing this, we can see a bunch of cool stuff. However, I'm going to use my free cam for this. Starting off, we have a Trumbull head on top of this right here. How did the Trumbull head get up there? Well, the Trumbull would have had to have died. Secondly, there is a Festifer actually sitting right over here as a tree. And finally, there is a llama in the train over here, just like the logo of Llama Train Studios. There are also some little details on some of the NPC shirt that you can actually see have certain Loomians on them, just like Snow Cub, Christmassy Kazune, Icicle, and Christmas Ragoon. Last year inside of Jolly Village 2021, we went into this specific cave right here and found ourselves Oculus. By doing this, of course, we went on a boat, sailed inside there, and then did the encounter. However, there is a cave on the opposite side of this river, possibly hinting at another roaming for next year. Another interesting fact is whenever you use the Icicle saddle inside of the overworld, it actually appears as a regular Icicle to other people. As you can see right here, this player has the Icicle saddle on and is running around, but their head does not change like if you use it for yourself, as shown here. Inside of Loomian Legacys' first Jolly Village event, we actually got to go inside of this cave right here. Like I mentioned in a previous fact, this cave has since been collapsed. However, it used to actually be home to Wobbles, as well as a pretty interesting Easter egg of the Minecraft diamond tools. Last year inside of Jolly Village, we also went over a fact that there was a Rapaiga Reskin stuck inside of the ice of the Oculus Cave. Now, however, we have gotten confirmation since that this was actually supposed to be the original Swedish fish Goppy Reskin for Sweet Retreat. Yes, this was confirmed by the Loomian Legacy developer Jamie, and people have been wondering it for so long, but now we finally have our answer. Now, earlier again, we talked about the Wobbles, the entire cave being collapsed and all that stuff, but what actually happened to the Wobbles that lived inside of the cave? Well, it actually made its way inside of Oculus's cave, where it was unfortunately frozen inside of some ice. Also, upon completing the Celestine quest where the bell over here explodes, once you capture Celestine, the bell actually reappears. If this is intentional or not, I have no idea, but it definitely is pretty strange. A very interesting and kind of confusing fact is there used to be a Tess snowman inside of the game. Now, who was Tess? Well, Tess was basically one of your kind of protagonists inside of Pokemon Brick Bronze, of course the prequel to Loomian Legacy, and she is actually expected to return inside of the game in the next coming however long it takes for Loomian Legacy to add her. However, when they added her as a snowman last year, people were really excited about it, but this year they actually removed it. Why they removed it? Nobody really knows. The final fact of this video is for Celestine, where it mentions that Celestine's metals that make up its body are found nowhere else on Earth. Legends say that this Loomian came from a faraway star to live on our planet, which is pretty cool because I think this makes the third Loomian that has actually come from space that is also a roaming, because Cosmere is also something that orbits the Earth out in space, and Nevermere is also a parasite that are not from this world. But yeah, guys, that about does it for this video. Definitely let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below and which one you found most interesting. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.